Hi, this is Alfie from Ronic, Ron- Ronic Gaming Reviews. Sorry about that. And today we've just got like a kind of review that should help you kind of choose out of the main capture cards that all record in HD. So firstly, we've got the Elgato, which I'd say is probably it's definitely the most expensive, and yeah. So next we have the Roxio GameCap Pro, which is the cheapest, I believe, and yeah, is records in 1080p but has sort of a disadvantage from the Elgato. um, Next we have the Hopard HD PVR2, which is what every gamer has really, and it's really not the best. It has a disadvantage against the Elgato and practically exactly the same as the Roxio HD Pro, except from the Hopard actually takes up a lot more space. So that's a disadvantage again. I would not recommend that. Well, I wouldn't really recommend it. At the end of the video, you should be able to realise that it's like everyone's going on about it, and oh yeah, but it's really not. I wouldn't say it's the best. And then you got the AVerMedia, which I pretty much think is it's got exactly the same picture as the Hopard, and you don't need a laptop. So you've got a PVR upstairs, and you've got your computer down here, and you don't want to bring your PVR or your Xbox all the way upstairs or whatever. So for all the wires and that. So with the AVerMedia, all you need is a power source and a USB or a hard drive, and you can just record onto the hard drive. Even if you have your and if you have a USB to a USB, you can plug the AVerMedia and it streams onto your laptop. So it's a good thing. And now we'll move on to the AVerMedia into more detail. I've got the AVerMedia here now, and basically this is eBay prices, and I'll put Amazon prices and the recommended like price that the company give in the description, but the cheapest I could find it was £84.52, and then you have to pay expensive £80.46, £8.46 postage and packaging, and I think that's quite a good price, but it still doesn't match the obviously Roxio, which is the cheapest. And yeah, so yeah, also about this capture card, I've said you don't need the laptop, the computer, the PC, whatever next to it, or that. So if you just have your TV, you can just go and put this over to the over by the Xbox or whatever, and just stream onto that. And yeah, so I do recommend that, but thing is, if you're gonna have like a desk, like an actual desk where you've got all your wires, or you don't really mind having your computer near your capture card, then I wouldn't really recommend this, because it's a bit more expensive than some others that have like about the same quality. So I recommend it in the same way that I don't, because like get it, it's really good, because you're gonna have you're only gonna need 2 wires, maybe about 2 wires, so that's a good point to it. And yeah, it's pretty cheap, but yeah, then again, I'll put the other prices in the description. And yeah, so yeah, I think that's the that's the AVerMedia over. I'll put all of the models and that, and the link to the eBay that's page with this on for it, and yeah, that's the AVerMedia done. So yeah, thanks, and we'll move on to the Elgato now. Right, now we've moved on to the Elgato, which is probably the best quality and the most expensive, which don't think there's only one option, which is you have to have a HDMI cable, which is practically always going to record in HD. It's got an S video as well for that as well, and so it only takes up one cable. Because if you use HDMI, you don't need an S video. If you use an S video, you don't need an HDMI. I'm just trying to run through this one quickly because there's not much to it, but it's just probably the best out of them all. But this is not the smallest, but it's very compact for the best quality videos and the 1080p videos, and really nice. I'll put some gameplay of each one on the end of this video into other videos, and hopefully you see this one is actually the best, and I would highly recommend this if you're a good commentator and do lots of competitive gaming. So that's the Elgato really done. If you just want a really good capture card, just to and then probably that is the best option and has the best quality and the most expensive, but that's that's all of it really needs, really, because it's just small, the best quality, you can fit it in your trouser pocket, so it's good to take around, and yeah, that's it, and move on to the Roxio now. Right, so now we're on the Roxio, and this is the one I really recommend if you're trying to produce 10 HD videos and you're just don't want to spend too much money. This is only £54 including the postage, so it's a really good option to go for, and it's really small. It's the smallest. It fits in my hand. It's about the same size as my hand, and I have pretty small hands, so yeah, my friend actually recently bought one of these, and he keeps going. His videos are really really high definition, and I just really think this is the one I'm gonna go for when I go to get mine. I'll put the link to where you can buy this from for this cheap description, because I've been told these are like £90 and that, and I just found this for £54. It's HD 1080p, practically exactly the same quality as the AVerMedia and Hauppauge, so really recommend it. And for you starting out YouTube and recently, I'll get the Roxio, not the HD Pro, because it records in 720p at the highest, I think, and it's about £40 I found the cheapest. But this is still a really good option if you just want one that's gonna last you and you don't have to go and buy a new one, because this is going to be 1080p, and yeah, I highly recommend this. And Roxio have another capture card which is standard definition, which I was just talking about, and that would be for beginners that aren't that amazing, just yeah, new to YouTube, and yeah, that's really the Roxio. It takes component cables and HDMI. I would recommend using a HDMI, but it doesn't come with a HDMI component cable. It only comes with the USB, which means it doesn't need another power source, because that is the power source, and yeah, so that's that really, and move on to the Hauppauge PVR2. Good. Right, so now with the PBR, this is what everyone thinks is the best, and to be honest, it did used to be. It was, but I think this is really cheap. This is meant to be sold at £140. So I think that's very cheap. And it's good quality. 1080p, and it's got a bit of an advantage over a Roxio, but you wouldn't really be able to tell that much. So Roxio would probably be a better option. Roxio HD Pro, not a standard definition. Be careful about that. But so anyway, the PVR2 is the newer version of the old PVR, obviously, and this now has a HDMI. Whereas the old one had component cables, which only recorded in 720. So now they've got a new one which has also a disadvantage to the Elgato, but has more of an advantage over the Roxio by not much at all, and more of an advantage over the AVerMedia. No, I think it's exactly the same as the AVerMedia. You can't tell the difference even if it does. So yeah, I do recommend this product if you've but it takes up quite a lot of space compared to the others. The AVerMedia and that one take up about the same amount of space, so I'd recommend getting the Roxio or the Elgato out of all of this. But PVR is a very good quality capture card, but I just wouldn't recommend it. You can always go and get it because it has more of an advantage over the Roxio. It's more expensive, but it has more of an advantage also over the AVerMedia, I think. No, I think it's the same. No, it does have a little bit more of an advantage, and it's less expensive. So then it's up to you. This is it's got a green light around the side, you may have realised, and that's just I don't even know what that's for, but anyway, so that's that, and that's really the HD PVR done.